when you are in the process of losing 140 pounds, and even now, what's a day in the life of Stephanie look like in terms of what you eat? And my son, he's 14, he was like, Mom, that's the best question ever. Why don't you do a video about that? I'm like, I know, I've thought about it. And he's like, why don't you do a video? You should do a video. He's all into YouTube. He's like, people need to know. You should show them. And I'm like, that's embarrassing. I don't want to show people all the weird food I eat. He's like, you need to do that. So obviously I'm not at home right now, so I think my eating is different, but I did gather some food here to show you guys. So don't judge. All right. I promise to do like a more proper video about this topic later, but I do want to just show you, honestly, that's probably what you really want, right? You just want to know what I'm honestly eating. You don't want me to like pretend to be all fancy. You don't. So my son thought that was clever. So even though I'm on vacation, so I'll walk you through everything I have here real quick. Even though I'm on vacation, I always bring a giant cooler. Doesn't matter if I'm at a fancy hotel or an RV park. I am totally with my giant cooler in the lobby. It can be a very fancy hotel. I don't care. I'm like unloading from my minivan, like bags of food and coolers. So I always bring my yogurt. And if I'm not able to bring it because of like, I'm on an airplane or whatever, or I'm traveling too far, then I'll go to a damn grocery store, right? You can always buy yogurt. I was in Paris and they had the best yogurt in the world. I chose my hotel next to a grocery store, believe it or not. I know. Everyone's like, did you stay by the Eiffel Tower? And I'm all, no, I stayed by the grocery store so I could have good food. So I always bring yogurt, and I always bring Ziplocs of Splenda, except I think when I was in the mountains, I forgot it, which was horrible. But then I have this for breakfast. I just mix the two. This is kind of my go-to breakfast all the time. And I top this, I think I ate them all, but I usually bring like a little Ziploc full of low-carb nuts of whatever I have. So that's usually my breakfast. When I am, after breakfast, all day long really, first, obviously I have my coffee. When I'm traveling, I will put cream in my coffee, or half and half, whatever they have for free in the hotel. At home, I just do black because I would personally rather spend my carbs or spend my fat or whatever you want to call it on real food. Because cream to me isn't that exciting. I'm like, I'd rather just have black coffee. So I usually have like 3 cups of coffee, maybe. Enough to get going. And then after the coffee, then I switch to water. And I probably drink 8 to 10 of these a day. So starting after breakfast, start right away because you got to get going with the water. All day long, I'm drinking water, tons of it. Anytime I leave the house, anytime I do anything, I got water. And yes, I go to the bathroom constantly, probably every hour, but I drink a lot of water. And then also mid-morning is when I start eating vegetables. Y'all know how I feel about vegetables? So here I am, I'm on a trip, so I don't really have my normal vegetables. But wherever you go, you can always get a side salad for cheap. I just pick out the croutons and throw them away. I always order ranch or a Caesar or blue cheese. Whatever, it may not be perfect. But at least a side salad, even at McDonald's, you can get some veggies in you because I think it helps fill you up. When I'm at home, I make celery cut up, raw cauliflower, raw broccoli. I do a lot of green beans in the air fryer or Brussels sprouts. And just to be really transparent, I probably eat, I'd say, and I know this is shocking, probably 7 to 10 servings of vegetables a day. And I start that mid-morning, like 9:30, 10, and pretty much all day long, all through dinner. So the most of what I'm eating is vegetables. So that is the truth. So lunch comes around, and I know I have lots of salads to show you, but again, I'm in a hotel room, and I just read your comments this morning. But if I was out like a Thai restaurant, I would get green curry chicken, and then I'd get a side of steamed vegetables instead of rice and mix it all together. Or if I'm getting a salad with protein on top, fish, chicken, beef, whatever, Again, mayonnaise-based tartare sauce. If I'm getting a sandwich, I'm not getting French fries, I'm not getting bread, I would get extra lettuce to wrap the sandwich in, be it fish or chicken or whatever. I'm always eating. It's embarrassing. If I want something for a snack, I like avocados, either in a smoothie or a drink or just straight. I brought this from home. I brought 2. I had 1 already this morning. And I always carry salt packets, or I get them from restaurants because it's really good with salt. It's terrible without it. You do not have to eat avocado if you don't like them. I just happen to like them. I also brought some deli meat and cheese. Since I'm traveling, it's easy to eat while I'm going places. What else? Because I might be having cocktails, I'm going to do an extra good job of balancing my electrolytes. So I'm going to have more of the Propel or Gatorade, sugar-free Gatorade, than maybe normal. So very important, all day long, in addition to the water. Normally, I don't drink a lot of soda. At home, I hide it in the garage from myself, but I still have it once in a while, maybe once a week. And I had one today, and it was such a treat. So, woohoo. Whenever I drink soda, though, I make sure to also increase the water. I do bring an emergency bag of food, I call it. An emergency bag, like in my suitcase. I might bring some ranch dressing like this. These aren't the best ranch. They don't taste as good. And plus, they have a little sugar in it, whatever. But if I was desperate, I like to have that on hand. I always bring nuts in my purse or in my suitcase. I always bring an emergency protein bar just in case. And I bring a little peanut butter thingy-do. If I was really desperate, you know, I've been stuck places where I'm like about to cry because I'm so dang hungry. And this one might surprise you. This is the shocking one. Oh, I know. I love green apples, and I don't eat the whole thing, but we do a lot of exercise on vacation. You can see here that we're on the beach. I might, you know, walk the beach for hours and hours. I did yoga when I first woke up. We were gonna go rent sand dune buggies or something. So I'd be like climbing. So anyway, I'm doing a lot of physical activity on vacation. So I can afford to eat a little bit more net carbs than normally when I'm at home and I'm doing more desk work. So I will eat like maybe 1/3 of an apple. I know, so scandalous. So I hope that helps. And then dinner is just kind of a repetition of lunch in terms of more vegetables, protein. I also carry an emergency Ziploc of chia seeds, pre-mixed with cinnamon and Splenda, and sometimes nuts or vanilla too. You can mix this with hot water and make pudding. That's it. I know, right? It's not that complicated, is it?